Right, so welcome to another Friday night Facebook Live. But can you hear that? So any Charlie Bilton fans out there, he's gone cricket training with his brother, so there's only me and Adele that are here tonight, so you'll have to do with us. So what we thought we'd do tonight is, with it being on Tuesday, it is World Chocolate Day. So I'm going to share with you a fantastic chocolate pudding. Something that I did on BBC Radio Leeds on Thursday with Steph Hurst. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it again for you today. It's dead easy. It's super simple, but it's absolute restaurant quality. So now families can start going round to see each other now. Put this on the plate, they'll think, wow, what has this person been doing during lockdown? So, ingredients that we've got is 150 grams of dark chocolate, and we've also got 150 grams of butter. Not margarine, nothing like that, best butter. So what we're going to do is we're going to melt that over some simmering water. Now what you want as well, if you come down here though, you don't want your bowl touching the water. It just needs to sit on top. Okay? So we're just going to bring that up to a simmer and then we'll turn that down. So I've got this KitchenAid here. It just makes my life a little bit easier, but you can do this by hand with a whisk and a large mixing bowl, no problem whatsoever. So we need 3 eggs to start with. So if you pop back over here down, I'm going to turn that right down so it's just simmering. And it's the steam that's going to melt the chocolate and butter. And then into here we want 3 egg yolks. Oh, missed that. Can't. And then what we've got is 200 grams of caster sugar. So we'll pop those into that as well. Now all we're going to do with a beating paddle or a whisk, we're just going to cream that up till it starts going nice and pale. So it's melting that away nicely. So while we're waiting for these to melt and mix together, what we've got is some melted butter.
So those that have just joined us, Tim, what are you cooking this evening?
So we're doing a warm chocolate fondant, and it's literally, this is just a fantastic dessert that you can serve, and it's stunning, and the whole thing will just sauce itself. So we need to grease these Daryl moulds. So you can find these moulds at Cannon Farm. We sell these in our farm shop.
So your Auntie Hazel's just asked, is the butter salted or unsalted?
Salted or unsalted, it's whatever your preference is. I like a little bit of salt. I think chocolate and salt work really well together. So either or. But definitely butter, not margarine.
So someone's just asking, what did you think of Farmer Roberts and David Shepherd's pie this week?
Right, well,
On
I've made a note of that. I missed it. I was out golfing with some good friends of mine that invited me out to golf. Certainly a gentleman called Thomas Stanley. I think we might have been on the 14th or something like that. And I thought, what the hell's he doing? And he's literally halfway up a tree, picking and eating cherries. So this is my little homage to Thomas Stanley. So we're going to do a nice cherry compote to go with this chocolate pudding. But no, I haven't seen it. But I do believe that David Nicholson won. So I might need to give David a ring and ask him for his recipe. In fact, I might even phone Rob and ask for David's number to get David's recipe. That might, yeah. So, butter and then cocoa powder. And we're literally just going to move that round our mould, like so. Tap into that.
So why do you do this, Tim?
So this is just to help it from, to stop it from sticking. So when we turn the chocolate pudding out, it's going to come out nice and easy. Now, if we were to use flour, then basically all you get is the flour on the outside of the chocolate pudding, and it won't look at all good. So. Any excess we'll just pour back in. Is Cynthia watching?
Not that I know of, not yet. Richard is, I think.
Richard, right, I was going to say, I know Richard, David and Rob all think they're the boss of Cannon Farm. It's their mum. Cynthia, and it's her birthday today, so many happy returns, Cynthia. Forever young, still cracking the whip. So that's our melted chocolates.
So Tom Stanley's just saying he had to climb the tree, Tim, as you took all the low ones.
So we can see what's happening in here now. That we've got that, and it's nice and frothy. Turned a nice pale pink colour. So what we need to do now is we need to add our melted chocolate and butter. So nice and carefully, get in here though. Nice and carefully, we're going to fire that into there.
Richard's just saying, true, she's fierce.
I told you.
Someone's just asking, can they use icing sugar rather than the cocoa powder?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, because the same as like flour, any sort of residual sort of icing sugar you have around there, it's just going to make it look untidy on top. And with it being sugar as well, it can also caramelise, and the chocolate might caramelise to your mould, and it might just stick to there. So I'd use cocoa powder, so it'll just pop straight out. So that now is nice and mixed. So I'll just take all that off there.
It is very quiet without the boys, isn't it?
It's lovely.
They'll be devouring these when they get in.
So you can see what we've got there now. So what we need to do now is we need to fold in 75 grams of sifted flour. And again, what we need to do here is we need to fold this in now. Because we've added flour to this mixture, if we start overworking the flour, the gluten will start to work, which is the protein which is in the flour, and that will just make it tough. Okay, so we want a nice light batter. Something like that.
So someone's just asking, is that self-raising flour?
No, just plain flour. Plain flour. That's all that is. So if you want the recipe, if you become a supporter of Cannon Farm, all these Facebook Live recipes now are all on there. So all we're going to do now is pour out 6 moulds with our chocolate fondant.
We've just got someone asking, can you make these gluten-free, Tim?
I would imagine so. I've never done them gluten-free, but because there is only so much flour, I'm quite sure 75 grams of something like rice flour as well would do just as good. But I've never made it, so I couldn't possibly comment. But if you do, then please let me know how it turn out. So I'd be intrigued to find out. So that's our mould. So all we're going to do now is we're going to wipe any dribbles that we've got on there. We're just going to wipe them off. I'm just going to pop those onto our tray. Like so. And the reason why we just wipe round is it stops it from sort of pulling the chocolate fondant back down as it starts to rise, but it will only rise a little bit as well. So see what I've done there? Look at that. A bit of grease proof on there. Bosh. Nice and tidy. So I'm going to pop these into the oven, and then what we're going to look at are these cherries. So this here is a cherry stoner. So I'm going to hand this to Tom Stanley. So when he goes up that cherry tree at Pontefract Golf Club, he can de-stone all his cherries. But that will be another club we're adding into your bag, Tom, by the way. So that's them cherries there.
So your Auntie Hazel's just saying that hairdressers are open tomorrow, Tim. Have you got an appointment?
No. Didn't think I needed one. So, a couple of ways now we're going to serve these. Now, they will take anywhere between 10, 13, 15 minutes. That's all they'll take. So, we're going to serve this one now. This here is some cherry compote. So, it's literally stone cherries, a little bit of stock syrup that I've made and keep in the fridge, a little splash of cherry brandy, and we just stew those down like so. So all we'll do is place those on our plate like so, and then just to make them look a little bit nice, we'll split in another pod. So
we haven't actually done a dessert, have we? All these weeks in lockdown.
So there, and then that's all nice and edible. Is that now? So we'll turn out the. And these are chocolate puddings. So obviously these are some we've done earlier. But what's nice as well is we can serve these with some ice cream. And a little tip is you just pop a little bit of icing sugar onto your plate. And we'll get out some ice cream. Some fantastic local ice cream producers around. I know Brymore's we serve at Cannonall Farm. I also know that Northern Block over in Leeds do some amazing flavours as well, all ready available at Cannonall Farm, so check those out. And then if you pop that ice cream on there, onto your icing sugar, like so, it just stops it from slipping about too much. And these are absolutely banging, so I've grown these in my my little garden. Just some little alpine strawberries. So we'll just pop those on as well. And then we just need to turn these out. So fingers crossed. So I'll put that on there, like so. See what will come. They are better if you turn them out straight away. Out like so. Oh, here's the door. Team are back, so.
They'll be looking forward to try it.
So that is our. So you can see what's happened with the cocoa powder, and if you imagine if you put icing sugar on there, it can start to stick in there. So with the cocoa powder on, a little dusty on there. But then, this is where the magic happens. So if you come down here, once you cut into there, probably just overcook those just ever so slightly. See if that one works.
So we've got people saying they're definitely going to have a go at these.
Yeah, so as soon as they come out of the oven, you want to cut them straight away. And literally, what happens is all the sort of melted chocolate will come out and that's soak into your plate. But there are chocolate fondants, dead easy recipe. Give it a try. World Chocolate Day on the 7th of July, I forgot what month it is. And that's it. So we've done a chocolate dessert for you tonight with some branded local cherries and some ice cream and some strawberries. There you go. Thanks for watching.